Hello, and welcome to ASMR TirarADeguello. Are you hoping to calm your mind, relax your body, or experience ASMR? Dr. Andrew Michaels is here to help you. Today, Dr. Andrew Michaels finds himself under the beautiful blue waves of the ocean. He is accompanying his mermaid friend and her honor guard back to their home. While it is peaceful and the doctor has been able to relax and enjoy the quiet, this isn't a pleasure cruise. He and his team are kept busy with research, studying the ocean, and watching for signs that things are not as tranquil as they seem.
Good afternoon and welcome. This week, I have a very different presentation for you. This week, we plunge the depths of the ocean, exploring the sounds both on the beach and under the waves around us. As the waves lap up on the side of our boat, we see the birds flying above, landing on the masts of our ships. And we welcome nature and welcome the ocean that welcomes us back home. I see that no matter where you go on this ship, the creaking boards, the slap of the sails nearby, the birds chirping, you seem to hear something different no matter where you go. And it's so pleasant to hear something different every inch of the journey. We decided to travel mostly above the ocean waves on our journey out into the ocean to both enjoy the scenery and not hide our presence from the world. There's an old saying, if the ocean can see you, then you can see the ocean. One is neither exclusive of the other. There's no sense in us hiding that which is plainly seen no matter where we are. Yes, you can hide beneath the waves, but you're still seen. More so now in modern days than ever before. Modern radar, modern sonar, spy satellites, infrared monitors, a million ways happens in the depths below, there really isn't much sense in hiding. And I agree with that. I welcome it. One of the main beauties of the ocean is when you fall asleep on the waves as they lap up against the boat. You never get tired of it. No matter how many times you experience it, you never grow tired of seeing across the ocean the water going over the jets of the propellers in the back of the boat, propelling itself through these calm waters. And as the captain steers the boat, the gentle movement rocks you to sleep. And in rocking to sleep, you find yourself remembering some past ancient embedded memory, some cultural thing that makes us all connected and reminds us of where we came from. Some shared cultural phenomena that makes us know we're all connected, one to the next, and each of us to the ocean around us. Yes, we live on the land, but we have never escaped our need for the ocean, our dependency on it. Even the dirt farmer far away relies on the waters of the ocean, collecting far off, away from his land, accumulating, and then absorbing that dust, making those water particles heavier just in time over land to wet the dry, parched soil that he grows his crops in. This is how we all live, connected to the ocean around us. And to fall asleep to those lapping waves around us is a journey like none other. My friends, the mer people, who travel with us deep into the ocean to confront the aggressor that is endangering their people, they marvel at us, looking at us. We are not wise, intelligent adults. They look at us and see children, infants, seeing, touching, and smelling the ocean for the first time, experiencing it like we've never seen a body of water before. It's hard to imagine when you leave land and can't see that land again. To travel so far that the land disappears over the horizon. horizon is something every human being should witness in their life, firsthand, not on a movie screen or in a photograph, but they should be taken out and shown the vastness, the magnanimous size of the planet we live in. In some ways, the Earth is so small, we've done a good job of portraying that to the people of Earth. We send rockets and probes out, and we show the tiny blue dust ball of the Earth against the background of the universe, and how insignificant and small we are. We're very good at teaching that. I think that's part of the problem. We've always been good at teaching that. Before we knew how the world worked and how the universe worked, we taught everyone that the Earth was the center of the universe and everything revolved around us and we were insignificant. That we were locked into a purpose and a place on this planet, like stringed marionettes dancing for their creator. But as we grew as a species, we released those bonds, we cut those strings, and we taught our children differently. We taught our children a bigger, more nobler truth, that each of us was in charge of our own destiny, and free will was the cause of the day, the cause worth fighting for. And the world was a vast place, a huge globe to travel on, and so many corners to investigate, so many exotic, wild, unheard of places to navigate, to learn about, to dream about. And then something happened where we shrunk our world again, and we taught our children that the stars were far away. And if you looked at the planet against the backdrop of even our own sun, we were a tiny, tiny, insignificant blue ball against a black, black desert of space. A tiny, almost invisible oasis. When you looked at the solar system as a whole, and our star wasn't even a major star. If you looked at the Milky Way galaxy itself, we were just some little tiny, forbidden planet revolving around an unexciting star in a far, far corner of the galaxy. But I think you can have both. And the way to get both back into your mindset is to take a trip across the ocean on a grand ship. Sit on the deck and watch the world go by. Watch that ship travel for days and days and never see land. And the world becomes a grand place again. A comforting thought that the world is not such a small place after all, but a very big, big world that needs maintained and cared for and nurtured as it nurtures us oasis as much as this oasis has nurtured us, helped us develop, kept us strong, healthy, and wise. I tend to think that we forget things because that's our nature. And it's not evil, it's not wrong, and it's not bad. Forgetting the grandness of the world around you, the beauty and the magnificence and the enormousness of the universe around us does not make us less than. Never think of yourself as less than. We are a creature that can see these things. We are a creature that can interpret the world around us, study the world, study the universe, record it, photograph it, measure it, quantify it. We have the distinct ability to admire this creation, admire it, to give reverence to the fact that we even exist at all. At all. We have the chance to teach our children how special a place it is, how rare a place it is, and how we should cherish that. How we should not worship the creation, but safeguard, protect, and ensure the safety of those in it. It's more grand that we shepherd, protect that free will that we've so earnestly discovered in this creation. Maintain it, help it grow, than to watch it be destroyed or cast asunder. I think it's every human being's responsibility to teach those that come after and to help them learn what the world is really like. And what it's like to hear those ocean waves cascading on either side of the cutting bow. Of a magnificent ship. There are so many things about being on a ship that make it a noble experience. You go to the front and see the waves being cut by the bow. You sit along the side and watch the world go by. You relax. The boat seems like it's going so slow when you look at it, the world from the side. Time just going by slowly, a deliberate pace. Now when you walk to the back and see the foam and the path the boat has traveled behind you, and how far you've come, and listen to the engines cutting through the waves, churning up that water as they've done for hundreds of years. You see where you've come from. You can see where you're going. And if you're tired or need some rest, you can just sit along the sides and watch the world go by. And never grow tired of the process. I never get tired of being on a ship. Even in bad weather. I remember looking at a porthole. This is a good personal story. And there was a storm outside. We were on a big ship. Oh gosh, I don't know how long it was, but it was one of the bigger cruise ships in the line. And we were down below the decks where the water line was coming up to the windows. But there was a beautiful porthole beside us. And the waves would go up one side of the porthole, almost like the ocean was sideways. And then it would go up the other side of the porthole, sideways. And I stood there and looked at it for a moment, and we were quite comfortable just standing there looking at it. The boat wasn't rocking at all. It was so big that it was defying the movement of the ocean water splashing against the window just outside that thin plane of glass. And I just marveled at it. I just loved it. I just looked at it. I froze that memory in my mind. It was so beautiful. There's something about the sounds of water. The sight of it. The way it moves. The way it possesses everything. Absorbs it. Swallows it. Takes it back to its depths again. I guess we're all going there someday. You can bury someone deep into the ground, but eventually the land will erode, mountains will fall, new mountains will rise, and as the plates of the continents churn, someday you too shall return back into that ocean, back into the world that bore you. But the difference is, while you're here, you can teach the next generation. That's not such a bad thing. It's actually a pretty good thing. We get to enjoy it while we're here. Love it. Experience it. Pick up that handful of dirt, that scoop of water in your hand and splash it across your face. Smell all the minerals and the life in that dirt. Enjoy the world around you. And when our time has come and we pass from this world, we are assured and comforted by the fact that the next generation gets to enjoy it just as much or more than us. We stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us. Their knowledge added to ours. We can move forward past their experience and make our own experience even grander with their knowledge. Do you see the process? Do you understand it? We take them with us into the future, and and we use their experience and their knowledge to further our own. It's not such a bad deal. It's a pretty good way to look at the world. That's how I choose to see it. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you get some rest this week. Lots of sleep. Lots of wonderful dreams. As the waves lap the side of your boat, I hope you drift deep into slumber and find the peace that you need, the rest that you desire, and the comfort that you deserve. Take care until I see all of you again. Have a most blessed day. Night night. Night night. Night night.
Thank you for joining us for ASMR TirarADeguello. Please take a moment to share, rate, and review this podcast. It really does help. If you are interested in additional ASMR content, you may view our library of videos at youtube.com/TirarADeguello. The theme song, Atlantis, is by Jason Shaw of audionautics.com and is used by permission. Correspondence including questions or requests, may be sent to TirarADeguello@gmail.com. On behalf of Dr. Andrew Michaels, thank you.